Hello everyone, this is Lakshmi Anand. I hope you're having a great day. Um, Today's video is going to be about once this journey is accepted, that you have accepted that God, the Holy Spirit, is invited into your relationship with your mirror soul, your soulmate, twin flame, then the journey has begun, and the end is certain. It will be finished. It is done. If this desire that you have is deep within your soul, and you keep coming back around to it, you keep coming back around, then it is certain this journey will move forward. If this desire has been put in your heart, that is God's communication to you. That is the proof to you of your manifestation. That is the proof that the end exists that you desire. It is up to you to manifest that desire, to cultivate the skills, and then to seek the knowledge of how to manifest this. So you would be aligning your will with God's will. So God communicates to most people. Your higher self, however you want to look at it, communicates mostly within the heart. The desire, the true desire. And then sometimes, if you start to develop, that's kind of a clairsentience, if you will. That means you feel, you have a feeling, which comes through as a desire. So let's call it clairsentience. The skill, the sixth sense of feeling can be in your heart, right? Or it can be in the gut, like in the solar plexus area. Some people do manifest it in the sacral chakra as a sexual desire. Some people will call it lust. Still, if this desire is beyond just the sacral chakra and is also in the emotional chakra, the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra, or in the mind, can be all of that. In the third eye, it can be spiritual connection. You can have it on all these levels, and most likely if you have a soul-led, soul-based relationship, then you're going to have more and more of those feelings or knowings going on in different parts of your energetic system. And for the feminine energy, it mostly manifests in the heart. For the masculine energy, it can mostly initially manifest as physical attraction. And that will show up where it shows up. We know where it shows up. So that will be, and that's often confusing for the masculine energy because he thinks it's just physical, and will discount it. if it continues, if it has to show up as a physical part of the, there has to be that attraction there in the physical realm, in the physical system. But then it can also start to show up, if that, say like that, at some point it will show up in the emotional energetic body. It will show up, can show up in the mind as, this, you know what, this relationship makes sense. This person has really neat qualities or good qualities as a partner, or something I really like. And it can show up in the, you know, the mind too, is like the mental connection you have with that person. You can be the spiritual connection also. So the more that you have these different levels of connection with a person is and you may not know why or what it is, but start to notice that. If you've asked God to take over that relationship and handed it over, things can start to go kaflooey. They can start to go left and right and sideways. And because it has changed from an egoic based relationship, transactional relationship that the world knows about. Sorry, I'm going to adjust this. That's common in the world, and usually relationships in traditional cultures, it's been very transactional. You know, there is certain roles that each partner embodies. And we're moving away from that. We're moving into unconditional love relationships. We're moving into new paradigms, and that's what these relationships are here to break down, essentially. And we see a lot of changes happening in the world of relationships right now, and it's very chaotic. Grab yourself a hot drink, relax, listen to some videos, and take it in. But the end is certain. Once you have engaged upon this, which you have initiated this journey, that's what you need to know. Your end is coming. You can shorten the time by, the end is there because all realities, parallel realities, exist at one time. So it's there. That's why it was put in your heart, to know that it is. That's the proof that the end is there for you, that you seek, that you desire, because that desire is not from you. You may feel like it is, but it's from another power. It's a higher power. However, you may think, oh, well, what if it's a power that's dark and evil? Or if it's not with respecting others' boundaries as far as their highest good, then yeah, I would question it. Their highest good, now we're talking about relationships that are abusive, or with, let's say a child does not have the ability to have any consent until they're older, right? So I'm not talking about those kind of weird, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about in abusive relationships. We're not talking about those where there's a desire to, where relationships are abusive. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about soul relationships where they are integrous, they are respecting each other's boundaries. However, both of the people trigger each other accidentally. They don't mean to, but they trigger each other a lot, and there's a reason for that, and can break apart a lot. A lot of misunderstandings, because that's what they're supposed to do. They have initiated a Kundalini rising, and it's clearing out the chakras by triggering and initiating those old shadows. That's just part of the process. But the end is certain. Now you have to use the laws of the universe, the universal laws. You have to use them to manifest. You have to align your will with God's will. So God puts it in your heart. You turn the relationship over, and you choose to have faith in God that the end is certain. And that's some of the skills we're going to be talking about further. I am an MSW therapist, counselor, addiction professional. I work with codependency issues, boundary issues. I'm a trauma release exercise facilitator. Double tuned in Reiki, Usui, and Gendai. I could tell you some more things, but basically I can help you. My email is in the is up in the information. Contact me if you want to have personal coaching. I will be doing group coaching. I will be having courses out soon. They could already be out. This is a timeless reading, timeless information, and a lot of you all are coming together. You're awakening, and let's stay on the path. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. We have many twins and mirror souls awakening. We have come into this realm, into duality. That means two. We've come into duality. We had to split the masculine, feminine to come into this duality. We come in 2 by 2 into the arc, right? They go into the arc 2 by 2, but we go home as one. Remember that. We come in by 2 by 2, we go home as one. So that's what's happening, is the soul merging of these mirror souls. And if you have that calling, you've got to keep the faith and apply and practice universal principles so you can stop looping, because you can loop in time for a long time, but it's not necessary. We've got to jump timelines, and that's what the material you need to be listening to. So let's get that vibration up, keep it up, so that you can align with that other timeline. Make yourself happy, and practice these principles to have a great life. Start by having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.